The golden age of American higher education started at the conclusion of World War II and ended in the mid 1970s. Since then, colleges and universities have seen a decrease in federal and state funding and stagnant enrollment. In its current state, most public institutions are de facto tuition dependent. State funding has become such a small part of their budget that they must rely heavily on tuition to create a budget. And this has shifted the focus of many colleges and universities to student enrollment, student retention, and overall student success. Colleges and universities cannot simply admit everyone. Students come at a cost to the university in terms of physical space and personnel, faculty to teach them, and other support staff. Plus, simply admitting every applicant will result in many students who are not academically ready to study at a four-year college or university performing so poorly academically that they would need to leave the university after their first few semesters. Many states now also have budgeting criteria based at least in part on retention and graduation rates. The lower those rates are, the less funding an institution would receive from the state. Colleges have expanded who they admit, but they must be strategic in doing so. They must also expand services like tutoring, advising, and student support. These services come at a cost, though, making it even tougher for colleges and universities to make their budgets. So many non-elite four-year institutions have switched their focus to supporting student success. In order to be successful, a university must be able to recruit students, retain students, and graduate students, not just for budgetary reasons, but for moral and ethical reasons as well. More and more students must take out loans to attend college. If they leave before they graduate, then they will be stuck with massive debt, but no better job prospects than before they started. Many four-year American colleges and universities study their enrollment and retention numbers like they once studied Latin and Greek. In order to support student success, colleges have done everything from improving living conditions and food options on campus to increasing tutoring, advising, and remedial courses offered. The good side of this is that it has increased access to higher education. Many students who are first-generation college students were able to attend college because of the emphasis on student recruitment and retention. The bad news is it has come at a heavy financial cost, especially for those same students. Many, if not all, campuses around the country have food banks for their students. Now, these changes to higher education funding have also caused tuition to increase at a rate higher than just about any other service or product in the country. This places an even bigger strain on already financially strapped students. Many students leave college with a large amount of student loan debt. And while they do make more than those who did not attend college, more and more this is due to low wages of service jobs and other non-skilled work, as the wages of many jobs that require a degree have failed to keep pace with inflation. The company who hires the largest number of college graduates every year is Dollar Rent-A-Car, who seems to use the college degree as a way to merely filter applicants. This has led many people to question the value of a college education and the quality of education students receive. Now, one wrinkle in all this is the precipitous decline in 18-year-olds. By 2026, the number of 18-year-olds in the United States will have dropped sharply. This is due in large part to the Great Recession that had its peak around 2008. Couples delayed starting families or just never had children. While colleges and universities have students of all ages, the traditional age college student, 18 to 22, is still the bread and butter for four-year institutions. How and if colleges and universities will survive this decline is uncertain. It seems many institutions will be forced to close, as has been happening recently, especially in New England, parts of the Northeast, and is spreading to other sparsely populated areas and areas with an older population. Now, what does all this mean for academic libraries? Well, in previous eras, the mission of the academic library was pretty clear: support teaching and research on campus. But as colleges and universities shift their focus to student success, it has left a lot of libraries wondering where and how they fit in with the campus plans. How can academic libraries demonstrate support of student success? This is especially crucial when it comes to budgeting, Departments on campus that clearly show how they positively impact student success often receive more funding from the university. Library assessment has been driven in large part by trying to demonstrate how academic libraries help students succeed. Many academic libraries are rethinking their mission and what services they offer to students. With the emphasis on student success, there's been less emphasis on things like faculty and undergraduate research. So this has meant that the traditional mission of the academic libraries to support research is not as important as it once was. Again, I'm talking about many of the non-elite institutions in America. Now, this is a scary time for sure, but it's also exciting as colleges and universities and academic libraries both figure out how to best serve their current students and develop them into not only college graduates and productive citizens, but lifelong learners as well.